What's up, everybody? What's good? What's good? Hopefully, I'm not echoing too bad. 3,215 subscribers. Shout out to that. Let me see. Shout out to that. What's good, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Look at y'all popping in here. We got likes on the stream before a minute. Yo, share it up. Share it up. Tweet it out. Tweet it out. Everybody, what's good, big homie? Tweet it out. Tweet it out. Let's get the trolls in here today. We got troll activity that we want to entertain. We're talking football, but we want to entertain trolls today. Get them in here. Share it up. Tweet it out. Tell them here's your chance to call me out. Here's your chance to call Smook out live. Big homie, go. That thread you was on the other night, big homie. That one that had a whole bunch of responses to it. Y'all go tweet it out to them real quick. I'm gonna get started here in about 2 minutes. What's up, Britt? Good morning, boo. Hey, I might be home this weekend. I might be home tonight. Dang, y'all, I need to wrap this mug. Ooh, that shit hurt. I might come home tonight to see the fam. Y'all know I leave for school Monday. So I'm excited, nervous and all that. Been eating like crazy. I feel like, and then I'm gonna tell y'all about that too. I was gonna do the vlogging on my Smook channel, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it through this channel too. I actually can be live on my Smook channel. I need to try to do that one day. No, I got you, family. You know how I got you. Appreciate y'all. Bucky's got him. 2-pack, red and gray. Last season I had got it for like $15.99. Good morning, Mary J. Roll Tide. Look, good to see everybody. I know I'm always eating. All right, y'all. So, nah, we ain't started fall practice yet. When we get back, we'll be getting into it like on the 3rd or 4th day of fall practice. We'll be back from fall practice, but let me get a water. That waffle thick. Hey, I think I told y'all this before too, chat. Shout out to the big 6 in the chat. I think I told y'all this before. Best water in the world. 1186, the best water in the world. Best water in the world, y'all. Comes from a natural well. And there's scriptures inside of each bottle cap. Then they say Romans 12:2. What's that scripture, chat? Hold on, let me see. Romans 12:2. Where my Bible scholars at? Let me pull up my Bible app. I don't know the Bible like the back of my hand. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Romans 12:2. Let me see. Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect. Y'all know what scripture that is. Y'all know what scripture that is. What's up, Zion? Good to see you. I'm gonna go to the King James Version. Zion is in the building. Zion the Lion. Young Blake. Sully, what's good, bro? Mary J. If y'all have Food Line near you, they have Ghost Energy drinks 2 for $4. Ooh! I ain't got Food Line. We way too south for this Food Line. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect and will of God. That's what the scripture was in the bottle cap. That's pretty solid. All right, y'all, let's talk football. Let's talk some Bama ball. Man, I'm going to get it. Young Billy. Stop. Young Billy. Young Billy. A young Billy. A young Billy. Young. Shit. I'm going to get it, bro. I'm going to get it. Watch. I might, you know what? I might blow up just from trying to say it. That's what's gonna happen. You gonna be actually doing the real work on the field. You and your brother, you and your cousin, y'all gonna be doing the actual work on the field. I'm just gonna get famous by trying to say it. They're gonna be like, that dude from Alabama cannot say their name, bro. And I don't know why. It ain't hard. But y'all, let's talk some Bama ball. What's up, Jordan? Good to see you. So, y'all know last live, I was just giving so much praise to how much talent was in the defensive line room. And I'm going to move around a little bit because I got to finish packing for school Monday. But y'all know we were talking about, I was kind of speaking on how much talent is in the defensive line room. And in the same breath, you always have to return to I guess a more realistic approach of things, and kind of have a more bona fide projection of what you expect from this group. So I'm going to talk about the trenches today. I think Alabama started to find an identity late in the season when it came to the trenches, and I kind of want to speak on it just a little bit. You all know these are 30-minute sessions. We don't necessarily keep these long, 30, 45 minutes. And we want y'all to engage, have conversations, comment in the chat, let everybody know, what your thoughts are. But before we continue, just continue to run the likes up. Make sure y'all share it out. Let everybody know that we live. Big homie, I seen your tweet, man. Let me see if I could Big homie said, Coach live on YouTube. They ain't gonna come in here and say that. But yeah, so listening to everything that's been said, man, and about the offensive line and defensive line, more so defensive line. We talk about just the returning veteran presence on the defensive front and the familiarity with the defensive scheme. I think this year, because of the style of players that we have available in that room and the skill sets, we will see a lot more production. Not just because of my fan hopeful wish. And you look at the effectiveness in the run defense last year, the last 4 games of the season, not giving up one game where there was not one game where we gave up a 100-yard rusher. We had 2 of them in the first half of the season. So, and you look at the teams that we were playing, you're talking about Auburn, you're talking about Oklahoma, you're talking about, who else was in that last stretch? I want to say LSU was in that last stretch. So not giving up a 100-yard rusher to those teams, it speaks volumes to what you're in, or your defensive front, your defensive line was able to do to affect the run game. Also with linebacker support and run fits from your second level, that means it plays a part in it, but it initially starts with the trenches. So kind of want to talk about it. Where did I put my coffee? Because I need that. Give me a second. Let me get my coffee. So kind of talking about that, we talked about the personnel available yesterday, or the day before yesterday, when the last time we was live. We talked about personnel available, um, skill sets, all of those things on the defensive line. My question is, why is it taking so long for us to see a resurgence in the defensive line room? And we have a question amongst the fan base, and I think this is a valid question. Um, you know, when is Alabama going to have another dominant defensive line? A defensive lineman that can get to the quarterback, that can really cause havoc and stop the run. Create a lot of chaos in the middle of the offensive line. And it's a valid question, and it's gotten to the point where you have some of the fan base that is questioning even the uh, developmental ability of Coach Freddie Roach. And in that aspect, I think there's two sides to everything, right? When you factor in the fact that Freddie Roach was um, primarily responsible for setting the foundation for the defensive front under Coach Saban. We know it was a two gap scheme. Your two defensive, your defensive linemen up front, whether they were playing 3-4 multiple, bringing the edge rusher down to the edge like the Wolf is now, the outside linebacker down to the Wolf position, or the traditional 4-3 alignment with four traditional defensive linemen. Two gap scheme is a lot more intricate and requires a lot less movement in the front. So getting guys to transition into that with Freddie Roach now, after having to teach that for so long under Coach Saban, I think there was definitely an adjustment phase, but you saw guys start to respond and start to turn over towards the end of last season. Now, where are the soft spots on the defensive line? I think the soft spots aren't necessarily defensive tackle, nose guard, defensive end. There are certain situational things that we have soft spots in. Shout out to Deborah. Appreciate you for pulling up, man. I think this is the year, Mary J. Me too. Me too. So in your mind, when I say where are the soft spots on the defensive line, without factoring in a position specifically, what do you think? Where are the soft spots at? I'll lead off with one right here. I think the interior pass rush, the interior defensive line pass rush, that was a soft spot last year. Didn't see James Smith, Team Keenan, Edric Hill. You didn't see those guys really causing a lot of passing pressure, or QB pressure from the interior on a consistent basis. And I think that's where Alabama's soft spot was with the type of aggressive play calling style that you're going to see up front. You should expect pressures from, evenly distributed pressures across the front with the type of talent we have. So I expect for this year going into 2025 that Alabama will be able to produce that interior pass rush pressure. You talk about, you got guys like Jordan Renard, James Smith, Edric Hill, Jeremiah Beeman, Tim Keenan, what's my youngest name? Jeremiah Beeman, Edric Hill, Tim Keenan, Asaya Faga, Stephen Boomer. Those guys on the interior, I think will provide a solid, because you look at them, I think Tim Keenan's probably, and I said Asaya Faga are probably your ones that are really really run stuffer type builds, that guys that really just create chaos and havoc in the interior and try to just, take on extra bodies to create space for the guys around them. But outside of that, you really got pass rush assets across the defensive line. So it's going to be interesting to see what the interior defensive pass rush looks like. And I think that was a soft spot. Also, in the front, and let me get to this comment, not to take away from any of our past greats, there seems to be so much more emphasis on the kids before high school. By the time they get to college, they're developed differently. 100%. And I think now, with the expectation of the game and all the things that's made available for players, starting in their seventh, eighth grade year, that's why you see guys developing so much at a faster rate. And so you get true freshmen coming in, being able to impact the college game, playing against guys 3 or 4 years older than them, because they've been doing it their whole life. They've been competing it against guys, 3 or 4 years older than them their whole, majority of their recruiting process. So it's not foreign to them to get out at the collegiate level. You've been seeing these guys, especially this last little era generation of players. You see, probably like the 2016 era up until now. A lot of those kids, they know each other and familiar with each other because of social media era, the social media era, and also the 7-on-7 circuits, the travel ball circuits, the national attention around youth football. A lot of these kids are familiar with each other, so it's not foreign or crazy to see a 22-year-old get locked down, a 22-year-old wide receiver, which is a redshirt junior or senior, on the field, get jammed up and locked up by a 17, 18-year-old freshman in college, because that freshman probably played against this junior, 4 years ago when he was a junior in high school, or 5 years ago when he was a junior in high school, and he was a eighth grader on this 7 guys developing, and being confident and be able to get to the next level, and be effective and create an impact. I think you're right. You hit that right on the head. But um, back over to the defensive line. I said the interior defensive line pass rush will be a soft spot. That's why I feel like Alabama needs to fix a few issues compared to last year. Also, number two, this is number two for the defensive line, fixing the soft spots, finishing plays in the backfield, finishing tackles in the backfield. I think this year, if we clean up just finishing tackles, securing tackles, I think the total tackle for loss last year was right at 60 something. I don't know. It was I can't, let me see. Alabama defensive stats 2025. 2024. My fault. Sorry, y'all. Over here yawning. So, and this is just overall stuff, chat. Like, we're talking about the team finishing plays. You get what I'm saying? The team, not just the player. Cause last year we saw it. We saw it last year. Here we go. What are defensive stats? Team stats: rushing, defensive. Let me see. King. What are defensive stats? All right, total tackle for loss. I found it. Here you go. So you had Jahad Campbell lead the team with 117 total tackles. That's crazy. Tackle numbers were so spread because you had so many players. Guys, we had Hunter Osborne on the roster last year playing snaps. Yanzi Pierre playing snaps. Caden Jones. All of these players played in 9 or 10 games. Guys, we got a lot of experience coming back. I'm gonna break this down next year. Next week. So is this a tackle for loss column? I'm just trying to make sure I had it right. Tackle for loss. Here we go. So last year, a total of 71 tackles for loss. 71 tackles for loss. Okay. 71 tackles for loss last year. Missed tackles. Wow. Dang. I wonder. Okay, Hey, Mary J, can you make a note? I'm going to go back and do see if we can find stats on missed tackles from 2020 for the Alabama defense's total missed tackles for 2020 all the way up to 2025. I'm gonna do a VOD on that. I'm gonna do a pre-recorded video on that for the defense, and how we could see the difference in production, as far as if we could just complete tackles. Because right now, if I'm not mistaken, this says a total of 117 missed tackles last year. And that would be crazy. I'm gonna have to check those numbers. Now, y'all got to remember, Vanderbilt game we had 9 missed tackles in the first quarter. Oklahoma game we had 17 missed tackles. Tennessee game, 11 missed tackles in the first half. Uh, Georgia game in the second half, 8 missed tackles in the fourth quarter. Like, so if this is right, Michigan game we had a lot of missed tackles too. So if this is right, and I'm talking about they might be counting everybody in, like when what's the running back name? He freaking went up in that pile and broke out. It was 3 people, 3 Bama players tackling him. I can't remember which game it was, but he broke out the pile and gained like 6-7 yards. Um, the running back from Missouri, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna talk about that. But I think right there, you secure the tackles. Number two, you secure the tackles in the backfield. You finish plays in the backfield. That right there kind of creates a persona because LT Overton, John Latham last year they were getting to the quarterback a few times and just not finishing plays. Quay Russaw, Tim Keenan, those guys they kind of struggled early in the season when they were getting to the quarterback finishing plays. Who else, man? Tim Smith last year. He's not back this year, but Tim Smith was another one getting to the quarterback, just not finishing plays. So if we just finish plays in the backfield, I think we see a different type of I know we see a different type of production from our defense. So those are my 2 main points as far as fixing spots on the defensive line. Let's go to the offensive line side. There are more than 2 points that I feel like need to be addressed in the offensive line, but I'm gonna give my 2 key points, right? Number one, and like I said, we're not gonna just stick to position, but we're talking about situational fixes. So um the second and third level pass concepts. This is a vertical pass concept offense. A lot of the deep passes and deep reads that were made last year, after week 5, week 6 in the season, to me were off scheduled plays. A lot of the plays that were successful towards the end of the year, they were off schedule. A lot of things weren't done on timing, and it had a lot to do with the protection issues, not having trust in protection, but also the quarterback not developing to the level of understanding that need to be developed at that stage. Even the wide receiver core, they were learning throughout the season, and there was a whole new scheme. So you can kind of expect this year to be a lot more smoother. You see the confidence in all of the players. You see Ryan Williams in interviews saying that year two is different because a lot of familiarity. You see the familiarity with the staff with Ryan Grubb returning. But I think Coach Cap has a task on his hand this year. And it's not pressure necessarily like he's going to get fired, but there is pressure for him to produce with Kalen DeBoer bringing Ryan Grubb back. Now, there is no excuses amongst the fan base. Amongst the fan base, you guys are ready. Like, hey, we got Ryan Grubb. We got the quarterback that we want. It's tie time. A lot of the fan base think it's tie time. I think it's tie time. Am I fully confident? I'm gonna say a 7 out of 10. A 7 out of 10. And even with Keelan Russell, I think it'd be an 8 out of 10. Just being freaking honest. Not much separation there. And I think Ty's doing a great job. I'm just ready to see the live gameplay. I'm ready to see the live action. I'm ready to see the emotions of the game affect him in the full game. I'm ready to see him handed, given the reins to be a leader. I'm ready to see Ty do his thing, but it's all going to be dependent upon how effective the offensive line is. And to his advantage, he has a very experienced offensive line in front of him. But this experienced offensive line has some spots, man. There's some soft spots. And I want to say the second and third level passing concepts. So when I say second and third level pass concepts, that means any type of double move play, any type of play action where you're trying to get anywhere from 10, 12 plus yards. You're trying to attack that area of the field. And to me, the way Ty Simpson throws from the pocket, the type of ball he delivers from a clean pocket, if we can maintain that, for every 10 snaps, we're having a clean pocket 6 times out of 10. I like Ty's chances to extend the play, 2 extra times, every 10. Like I like our chances to have a positive play with a solid pocket 8 out of 10 times with Ty in the pocket. And that's just because I know the IQ he has with breaking down defense, the type of delivery he has, how quick he can get the ball out. But it's all going to be dependent on probably that offensive line, especially in those second levels. So let's talk about second, third level concepts. Deep post, bang eights, post corner routes, um, uh, the comeback route, like all of those routes that take time to develop. You want to get, the first phase read off of the defense, and then be stepping into your read or your throw, coming off that first phase read. So a lot of times people think it's about dropping back, look, but no, it's usually snap, key. While I'm dropping back, I'm keying my first read off the drop. One step, two step, I should already have an idea what type of coverage I'm seeing based off my key. So whether my key is the corner or the safety, I'm making a strong side read or I'm reading an overhang. When I drop back, I should be looking at that guy. If he drops to his zone, I should know cover two, cover three, man, robber, whatever. I got to be able to diagnose this. So off of that key, if he dropping the cover two, that means he's in the curl flat. That means I should have an out route open. I mean, not an out route. That means I should have a slant open underneath that. I should have a post behind it. I could have a corner in between that and the deep half on the safety. I could have some crosses coming across the middle. Whether they're going to lay it, somebody got to open up the middle. Something got to open up. And so when you have phase two concepts where I'm rolling out and these things are happening, phase two means my protection needs to hold up a little bit longer because I'm trying to get something past that cover two level, right? And this is a vertical passing scheme. We're going to attack the verticals a lot with Ryan Grubb because he wants to run that interior, inside zone type of run game that's Cap's right down Cap's alley, and he specializes in that. So securing that second, third phase pass scheme, pass protection, that's going to be key. That's a soft spot for us. We didn't see it effective as much last year. A lot of players, Jalen Milroe, when he had the clean pocket, you saw the ball was beautiful. But towards the end of the season, we saw a lot of off-schedule big plays, and there's nothing wrong with that sometimes. But you want a quarterback to have a lot of you want him to be comfortable in that pocket. Shout out to the 25 in the chat. Make sure y'all continue to run the likes up. We got 25 in the chat, 12 likes on the stream, and thank y'all for hitting the last stream. Once I got off the stream and was able to check the analytics, we ended up being at 32 likes, helping us reach that goal. Now, let's Aaron Hodges going in. All right, so we talk about second and third level pass protection, pass pro. This is another soft spot. We saw the jet sweep, the run game, the RPO, the pin and pull. We saw moments in the game where it was very ineffective. And some of the traditional run zone blocking was a lot more effective. I think last year the transition with the offensive line, kind of just changing their whole archetype of offensive line, the type of build affected their effectiveness. Also, not having the continuity of Caden Proctor from the beginning of the season. You remember he had to miss the first 3 games, I believe. He missed the first 3 games. Wilkin Formby struggled a lot early in the season. Elijah Pritchett was just 2 good games, and then he was out of there. Just a lot of stuff moving around. Gene Vandermark was just coming into the system. Parker Brailsford just getting used to carrying that extra 15 pounds. So there's a lot of different things happening and factoring in. This season, I think the zone blocking scheme, the run zone blocking scheme, this season is going to be important because you're talking about your athletic guards in Jaden Roberts, in Cam Dewberry, right? Those 2 guys are very athletic. The pin and pull scheme is solely based on how athletic your guards and tackles can be. I like being able to pull Jaden and Wilkin, for a counter guard tackle, GT counter, guard tackle pull, with backside help blocking from the likes of somebody that's massively improved in run blocking like Jay Lindsey or or even Lockwood, the young man Lockwood. So I look at how everything is kind of coming together for the offensive line, and the zone run blocking scheme is going to be, I think, will be utilized more than it was last year. One thing I do know about Kalen DeBoer, the pin and pull blocking system is kind of like a foundational piece to his whole philosophy and play calling. But we talk about, making adjustments because of personnel. You have some athletic guys that don't need to get in the mix up, causing odds to move too much because they can win. They can win up front. You're at Alabama. You don't necessarily have to over scheme at Alabama now. And I think that's what this staff is learning. You got so much super talent and athleticism. You don't have to over scheme. Let these guys fly around. You get what I'm saying? Let these guys fly around, not think, be natural ballers. And that's what I think the offensive line is going to do this year. With their pass pro for the second and third phase effectiveness, getting those deep plays. You got all these vertical stretching receivers, Isaiah Horton, guys that can go get up, go and get the ball. You got guys that can really just blow past you. Ryan Williams, Latsier Brooks, and Bakwe. You got guys that can really route you up. Rico Scott, Jeremy Bernard, Cole Adams, guys, and then jump ball guys, and Jalen Hill and Isaiah Horton, Derek Meadows. You got all these different assets in the wide receiver room, but you can't do anything with them until you get that second and third phase pass pro. And that's just going to take reps, guys. It's going to take reps. And luckily, we have a lot of veteran presence on the offensive line. From left tackle to right guard. Left tackle, Caden Proctor. Left guard, Cam Dewberry. Center, Parker Brailsford. Right guard, Jaden Roberts. And right tackle is the least experienced, Wilkin Formby. But you saw his experience last year. He can go in the draft after this season. So it's going to be crazy to see how this season develops. Can we double tap the screen, please? Let's get the likes up. Please do. Please, y'all. We got, 19 in the chat, 13 likes. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. Keandre Johnson, Roll Tide. Good to see you, family. Good to see everybody in the chat. But just discussing offensive line and defensive line today. We got about 3 minutes left. This is a review. This is our Chattn with Coach Smook conversation. And I want to know if there was some soft spots on the offensive line and defensive line that you wanted to fix, chat. Leave a comment. Let me know. What's up, Jason? Leave a comment. Let me know what spots. Don't talk about a personnel or don't talk about a certain position. Talk about situations like me. First one was I said interior defensive line. We're talking about the interior pass rush. Let's get that back up to par. Let's get that back to a dominant state. And then I also said finishing plays in the backfield, tackles for losses. A lot of missed tackles last year. According to our stats and what we were able to research, Alabama had 117 missed tackles last year. So our next conversation with Alabama's defense is going to possibly be, the history of total missed tackles throughout the years, how that correlated to the team's finish, and what Alabama's defense needs to do in order to fix that problem this year because of how aggressive this defense was last year. And 117 missed tackles. I know for a fact against Vanderbilt, we had 9 missed tackles in the backfield in the first quarter. So if you get tackles in the backfield, you finish tackles, you're changing the game drastically last season just by finishing tackles. You put yourself in a different situation in all of your games. So that, and then on the offensive line, we were talking about the second and third phase pass pro, meaning the extended pass protection where you got second and third phase concepts, deep corners, post corners, bang eights, deep crossers, K routes, all of these different double move routes or deep ball routes that stretch the defense vertically and cause them to shift zones. You need second and third phase pass pro, meaning anywhere from 3.8 to 4.7 seconds to get that ball off. And Alabama did not do that effectively last year with Jalen Milroe and this offensive line that was still kind of coming together. A lot of our big plays last year came off schedule, which is fine when they're successful. But when that's what your offensive identity is built on, it's not a sustainable product. That's number one. Then number two, the interior, not interior, but the zone run game, the zone run blocking scheme has to be utilized. It has to be fixed. I think last year the pin and pull, the utilization of the guard tackle pin and pull, guard center pin and pull, tackle center pin and pull was pretty solid. But I think this year you get back to the normal zone run blocking scheme. You saw how effective it was. When you have talent like you have at Alabama, you can expect your guys up front, especially in the offensive line, the talent you produce or recruit in the trenches, you can expect them to win one-on-ones, 6 out of 10 times, 7 out of 10 times. And that's all you really counting on. And then when you get into those pin and pull type of schemes and run schemes, that's when you gotta rely on guys finessing and balancing all of that stuff. So that was kind of a review of what we talked about today. 33 people, 14 likes. It's all good, man. We know what's happening. We know what's happening. During the Tennessee game, we had 0 points off of 4 picks. 100%, man. 100%. And that's got to be, you know what? Also, if y'all go watch the Oklahoma game, man, our offensive line didn't play well either. So we got a lot to fix. I don't say a lot. We got a few things to fix, offensive line and defensive line, Bama Nation. But I think just the whole experience and being a lot more familiar with what's going on on both sides of the ball is going to help tremendously. It's going to help tremendously. So once again, thank everybody for pulling up today, man. We appreciate y'all for tapping that screen. If you're watching this post live, make sure you hit that thumbs up button before you get up out of here. Leave a comment. Let me know what are some fixes on the offensive side and the defensive side, on those offensive line and the defensive line. What are some fixes that you want to see this year coming into the 2025 fall? And I will catch up with y'all again. We might not see each other again till tomorrow. Like I said, I'm literally packing to get ready to go to school Monday, and I'll be checking in when I can. There, 8 a.m. is usually when they say we got our breakfast time. So I'll be trying to check in during breakfast, just continue these conversations. We'll be posting edits while I'm gone. And I'll be trying to check in at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time over the next 2.5, 3 weeks while I'm at school. So the best of luck to you all, the best of blessings to y'all. Well wishes to each and every Bama fan in here, each and every supporter in here, every family member of the AAA community. I appreciate y'all for supporting and taking in the content and creating conversations. Listen, continue to tell everybody that we still live. Continue to help by creating your own clips and sharing them so that I could post them. It will really help. Right now, we're in transition. Like I said, I had to make a sudden move 2 days ago, so we're still adjusting. Shout out to my sweetie. She has been very supportive in this transition and helping me, not necessarily giving me nothing, just pushing me. We made a couple business moves yesterday with the brand. And also I just registered for my master trainer certification testing. So I'm coming back from school with multiple certifications, guys. And I have aspirations, and this is no secret. Everybody knows that I want to get back on the sidelines. That's my end goal. And I don't know what God has planned in the near future, but coming back with that master training certification, it comes with a lot of weight. And everybody knows I'm a gym rat when I'm in there, and I love training. I love developing skills. I love sculpting bodies. I love rehabilitation training. I love all of that. And it's funny because I've always been the hype coach on both staffs that I coached on. In the 5 years that I was coaching middle school and high school football, I was the hype coach. And I could definitely see myself. And it's a picture I got. It's a picture I got. It's an AI picture that I had a free trial with this AI software, and I just wanted to see what it would look like. And some of these pictures, man, they were kind of weirdly surreal looking. And I could see myself being this in this space, in 2 or 3 years, not even 2 years, next year, some healthy eating and getting back in the gym like I was, getting back up to that 195, 200. And I'm sharing this because it's realistic, y'all. It's realistic. Like I could see myself on the sideline next year looking just like that. Just like that. Hair growing a little bit, forehead still the same size. And I could see myself being that as an assistant, strength and conditioning trainer at the University of Alabama. Like that's my goal, man. I'm getting on the sideline somewhere. It might not be at Alabama. Crazy thing is, and y'all can say whatever y'all want, but when it comes to taking care of my family, there's not anything that I won't do, especially when it comes to elevation and status, right? And so I have some very solid connections, at Georgia State, and they support this content. What's crazy is they watch me daily on this live, and I told them about my master training cert. And when I got off live, they called me and they said, "Man, we literally looking to fill 3 or 4 positions on our athletic training staff. Just let me know." And I'm like, "What?" He like, "Yeah, man, 2 primary and 2 alternate." And the alternates are, if somebody, and so I would definitely take an opportunity like that, because it just gets me closer to the sidelines, put me in different spots to be in different places. So definitely continue to pray for me, man, as things continue to develop. But I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. I'm asking God to really just do some things in my life, man. Do some things in my life for the network, and continue to just support y'all. At the end of the day, it's all about support. Like, can't y'all see your boy like this in like 2 years? That's about the size I was before I got sick in 2021. 2 years, hair done grew a little bit. Come on, dog. Stop playing with me. That look like Smook for real. More so this one. I like this one better, chat. Don't that look real? Can't y'all see your boy? And I can't wait till it happen. I can't wait till it happen. I can't wait till it's literally thrown in each and one of these haters' faces. And guess what? Ain't nothing gonna change. I'm gonna still be AAA. As I go up, y'all gonna come up with me. As God continues to pull me up, I feel like everybody that wishes well for God's people, for people that are purpose driven, they always benefit from just being good people. I've had it happen in my life. I've had it happen in my life. Hop on trend, you'll be there in 4 months. What? Trend. Zach, it's gonna work out. Speaking into existence, yeah. It's gonna be, hey, it's happening. It's happening, y'all. So shout out to everybody in the chat. And hopefully when I talk about my aspirations and how I push, like this ain't easy, man. This is not easy. To do this the way that I'm doing is not easy, but it's worth it, because when I get there, while I'm arriving there, I know. I know because I put in the work. Nobody handed it to me, nobody gave it to me. I had to be there to get it. And when you work for something like that, man, it's a different vibe. It's a different vibe. Man, I feel like I'm putting on weight already. These last 3 or 4 days, man, we've been trembling. That's it. It's a steroid that's big in body. Man, chill out, man. Oh man, nah. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need that. Mm-mm. I got some Herbalife protein I'm gonna get back on. It was pretty clean, solid protein. Didn't hold a lot. It was more on the ISO weight side. Keep that water weight off me. But I'm definitely about to blow up. Definitely about to blow up. Big back style. But appreciate y'all for hanging out with your boy once again. Don't forget to check out the merch site. I'm finishing everything this weekend before I leave. And then hopefully, y'all, Sunday. Y'all make sure, hey, can y'all please support your boy throughout this journey? This is gonna be different. I haven't done anything like this since I left for basic training in 2011. No, 2009. 2009. So y'all support your boy. I'm gonna be going live, checking in with y'all, every other day, because it's a course. Like, this is life changing, and yeah, it's gonna open some doors for us. It's gonna open some doors for us. I'm with you, coach. I have opposite fitness goals. Just hit a goal yesterday. What you hit? What you hit yesterday? If you don't mind sharing. And y'all, I'm telling y'all, man, when I get back, and y'all just wait and see. I ain't gonna tell y'all. Y'all just wait and see. I really want us to really connect again as a community. Having all those people leave the way they left and all the drama that surrounded it, it really, it scared some of our solid supporters. And I ain't gonna say it scared them. It just made everybody more guarded. And I want you all to know that we won't tolerate any drama stuff in Discord and all that disrespect and all that craziness. Trying to, like, people's calling us a cult. We haven't been called a cult since those people left. So it's pretty solid. And now they're starting to get that same energy over there on that channel from other people, which is crazy. You would have thought I was the problem 2 weeks ago, but I'm glad that we are who we are, you know, and we handle things accordingly as they come in. Y'all see my beard trying to grow? You see my beard trying to grow, Mary J? Y'all see it? Struggle beard ain't struggling as much these days, is it? Still a little patchy, but it's growing. Come on, y'all. Come on. I'm not going to share specific, but y'all see my profile picture. I'm trying to get down from that, and I have a weight that I want to be under by camp. Okay. Well, Jordan, text me personally. You know, I could give you some tips, some natural stuff that'll help. And listen, please don't get offended when I say it. If you all want some tips for like healthy weight loss, like inches, shedding inches, I got fixes. There's a female that used to rock with us when I was staying with her, and I had her doing a few things. Not crazy stuff in the gym, but just natural things that you can do to kind of to accelerate fat burning and weight loss and things of that nature. So yeah, let me know, Jordan, if I can help with that. I'm always down. What in the world? How does this cord get in there? That's weird. Gotta charge my phone. Y'all let me know. I got so many different methods to just help burn like just bad fat. Shout out to the 22 likes. I like everybody tapping that screen. I appreciate y'all. Continue to tap that bad boy. But yeah, so that's what we got going on as far as announcements to everybody. Like I said, everything here from here on out till kickoff will be show conversation. Smook Scoop members, be on the lookout for just some VODs to be dropped soon. Y'all that have VOD access before everybody. As a matter of fact, I'm setting them all of them to 24 hours. So if you see a member video, jump on it as soon as you see the notification. Don't wait, because you'll be behind. And I'm going to really have a conservative effort. A lot of stuff is going to be done through my mobile phone, because I'm going to be moving around so much over the next 2.5 weeks while I'm at school. But it will be edited. It will be, you know, eye capturing. It'll be authentic. It'll be what we do here on the Coach Smook Network. But definitely going to need y'all support and sharing it. We won't be having as much live time as we've been used to. But when we come back August 1st, we kicking in overdrive. We kicking in overdrive, and we're going crazy. I appreciate y'all once again. And remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Be blessed, y'all. And roll, tide, roll, God dang it.